You're listening to Ember Ridge Radio, 98.5 on your dial. Some stories get buried in the mountains, others get broadcast after midnight. Welcome to Letters from Ember Ridge.
Hey there, Night Owl. The rain's coming down on the Blue Ridge tonight, but it's warm in here. Settle in. You're listening to the voice of Ember Ridge.
I'm Q, and this is the porch where the town comes to sit a while. So look, if you're new here, welcome home. If you've been with us a while, welcome back, Emberkin. You already know the deal. We sit, we listen, we let the town breathe. Welcome back, Emberkin. Second Thursday in June, the ridge has officially crossed into summer. Porch lights coming on a hair earlier than May. Crickets at full volume by 8:30. Garden hoses running by 7 in the morning. Today the porch opens on two people who built a whole corner of this town between them. Cubby Reed, Ruby Hartwell. And the fish fry that's happening Saturday at Mount Olive, the one y'all need to go to. We'll get to all of it. First, the ridge this week. Mona's is still talking about Memorial Day weekend. Whatever happened over at the lake that Saturday afternoon, it has lived 8 different lives under that hood dryer. Funny thing is, I haven't even heard the final version. The dogwoods that I told y'all about back in, the magnolias officially took over. The whole Manhattan district smells like a wedding right now. Out at Moore Farm, the early summer corn is up. Lena Burns and Ash are running so hard out there, I almost called them just to make sure they remember to drink water. Y'all keep them in your prayers. You'll learn how they met in season 2. Sinclair Reserve at 11 Distillery is officially in 3 more places this month. I won't tell y'all where. Rusty would kill me. Find it yourselves. And the Building Ember Ridge podcast keeps going on Mondays at the end of the month. If you haven't been listening, the catalog walks through every book in the Journeys of the Heart series, 10 to 15 minutes a week. Worth the time. On the porch with Cubby Reed. If you grew up in the Ridge, you know Cubby. Reed family, old name on this side of town. Lives on Elm Street, just north of Overbranch. Got a trailer park behind his parents' place on what they call Reed Air property. Same plot of land his granddaddy walked, his daddy walked, and now Cubby walks at night when he can't sleep. Bachelor. Dates. No kids of his own. Several women in this town who say they could have been his wife if he just sat down with it. But Cubby Reed doesn't sit down with much of anything until he's good and ready. Here's what y'all know about Cubby if you've spent 5 minutes in the Ridge. He is officially one of the men under the tree at Ember Grocery. Tree Crew. That title is not handed out lightly. You earn that spot through years of consistent foolishness, honest opinions, and the patience to listen to 3 other grown men argue about the same football game for 6 straight days. Cubby earned it. But here's where the story gets interesting. Years ago, early 20s, just back from a stretch he doesn't talk about much, Cubby walked into Ruby's Sunrise Cafe one morning, asking if they had any work. Cubby opted out of college. Ruby looked at him, said, "I don't need anybody right now, but be back here tomorrow at 5:30. He was there at 5:15. Cubby worked under Ruby for the better part of a year. Came in dark, left bright. Learned how to season a pan, how to hold a kitchen together when 6 tables come in at once, how to talk to a grieving widow at the counter without running away from her. Ruby taught him all of it. And what Ruby never said out loud, but everybody in this town knew, She was raising him. Here's what Cubby Reed is now. He runs the fish fries. Not officially. There's no city permit on the wall. But you ask anybody in the Ridge, if the church is having a fish fry, who's frying? They're saying the same name. Cubby keeps a big grill he built himself out of a 55-gallon barrel. Y'all have seen it. That thing has been to every fundraiser, every benefit, every Saturday afternoon in this town that mattered enough to gather around food for. He sells plates out a spot they call the Shed, whiting, red rice, and sometimes y'all might call chicken perlo or chicken bog, depending on what your grandmama called it. Cornbread, a little slaw if his cousin remembered to bring the cabbage. Now, I'm going to be honest with y'all about Cubby, because that's what we do on this porch. He's not always consistent. Sometimes the fish is ready at noon. Sometimes the fish is ready at 2:15. Sometimes he forgets to order enough hot sauce. But here's the thing about Cubby Reed. When the church mothers call him at 9 p.m. on a Friday because Vacation Bible School is happening Saturday and they're short on food, he answers. Every time. Every single time. There's a certain kind of man in this town who'll show up when it counts, even if he can't always show up on time. Cubby's that man. And the right kind of inconsistency, when you trust the hands behind it, is its own art. Around town this week, the porch is moving. We're going down to Ruby's. Ruby Hartwell, 68 years old, owner of Ruby's Sunrise Cafe, for as long as a lot of y'all have been grown. Some of y'all know her story, some of y'all don't. Ruby was in her early 20s when her husband never came home from the war. She was a young wife who became a widow before she got to fully be a wife. She never remarried. She never had her own children either, and anybody in the Ridge will tell you Ruby Hartwell has mothered more grown people in this town than half the women who actually birthed children. The town people are her children. That's how Ruby tells it. That's how the rest of us know it. After her husband's funeral, and I mean a season after, when nobody was looking, when the casseroles had stopped, Ruby opened a cafe, built it from nothing, saved the money herself, signed the papers herself, hung the open sign herself. The Sunrise opens at 5:30 a.m. every weekday morning, because Ruby figured if she was going to be up grieving anyway, she might as well make somebody pancakes. That cafe is a judgment-free zone. I have said this before, and I will say it again. If you walk in Ruby's needing something, and you can pay or you cannot pay, Ruby will feed you. That has been true since the day she opened. That is still true today. A lot of y'all already know. Ruby is also Keena Sinclair Ashford's second mother. That girl came into that cafe at 17, pregnant, exhausted, working a shift she had no business working, and Ruby took her in like she came out of her own body. Some of the best lines in From the Start come straight from Ruby's mouth, and Keena will tell you that herself. Which brings us to Saturday. This Saturday, June 13th, Mount Olive Parish Hall. Doors open at 11 a.m. Cubby will be at the grill. Ruby will be running the kitchen behind him. $5 a plate, whiting, red rice, cornbread. Cash if you got it, a little extra if you can. What it's going to, Mount Olive's Vacation Bible School, specifically the free lunch program that runs every single day in the summer, and it's for any child in the Ridge whose family needs it. And the trip the kids take to our sister church, Chester Hill, for an evening they call Nick at Night. If y'all don't know, Nick at Night is one of the best things any church in our county puts on for kids all year. Evening worship, Bible drama, then, outside, after dark, wacky relay games involving food, water, and a truly irresponsible amount of shaving cream. Kids run home soaked, sticky, and saved. Every penny from Saturday's fish fry goes toward making sure no child in the Ridge gets left out of any of it. So I'm asking the porch, if you can get to Mount Olive Saturday, do that. If you can't, order a plate by phone and somebody will run it to you. And if you can't do either, keep those kids in your mind Saturday night. The relay races start at 7:30. On the aux this week, Valley. This one's Through the Storm. It's Ruby's song. If you've ever buried somebody and then woke up the next morning and made breakfast anyway, this one is for you too. Press play. Some women carry grief their whole life and somehow keep making pancakes anyway. That's not survival. That's ministry.
Makes loving feel so rough. I see you reaching out, but I can't take your hand. My impulse got me running from the love I understand. Rejection cuts so deep. I build these walls so high, but you keep coming back, asking me, baby, why? We've been falling in and out of love, dancing with the pain we're thinking of. But something in your eyes tells me to stay. Maybe we can find another way. Through the storm, through the storm, we can weather this together. Keep each other warm through the storm, through the storm. Therapy sessions, learning how to breathe. You're sitting in the waiting room, you're never gonna leave. I'm working on my triggers, you're learning patience too. We're building something sacred, something honest, something true. No more midnight arguments, no more silent treatment. We talk about our feelings, find that healing that we needed. Your love became my medicine, my safe place to land. And I became your shelter when you couldn't understand. We've been falling in and out of love.
Before I let you go, if you want From the Start in your hands this summer, the novel that started this whole universe, the one with Keena and Deacon, the one we just spent months listening to, From the Start releases June 30th. Pre-order is open right now on Amazon. Paperback, ebook, and binge the full audiobook on YouTube free. First 10 reviewers of From the Start get a snail mail package mailed from Cornflower Lane, hand-packed. The kind of small thing that only 10 of y'all are going to get. If you're new, Journeys of the Heart Book 1 is free on my website. 6 women, a beach in Turks and Caicos, and every single one of them was lying about something. It's the door into the bigger universe. Battle, My Love. Book 5 of Journeys of the Heart, the special edition, drops July 14th. Gina and Malcolm and the truth of what comes after Holiday Reunion. And the Ember Ridge map is up at cinquantacoxsmith.com. 6 districts, 2 centuries, built from the ground up. Walk through it. See where everything happens. Next week around town comes to Tish and Quetta, and then we get ready for season 2. Ashmore of You with Lena Burns and Ashmore. I'm signing off. And remember, around here, every mountain got a story. All right now, that's going to do it for us here at Ember Ridge Radio. Go ahead and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss the next broadcast from the mountains. And if you're just finding us, Season 1, From the Start, is streaming right now as a full audio series here on YouTube. Episode 1 is already waiting on you, or you can binge the full audiobook. You can also pre-order the ebook and paperback edition down below and bring Ember Ridge home with you. I'm your host, Q, Cinquanta's alter ego. She exists in fiction, so I could survive in reality. Until next time, Emberkin, we'll leave the porch light on for you.
Dancing with the pain we're thinking of, but something in your eyes tells me to stay. Maybe we can find another way through the storm, through the storm. We can weather this together, keep each other warm through the storm, through the storm. Now I know what love is supposed to feel like. When you hold me close, everything's alright. We learn to listen, learn to fight fair. Built this bond from broken pieces. Now nothing can compare. Forever starts today, no more running away. You love me and my words, that's why I choose to stay. Through every season, through every change, our love's unbreakable, nothing feels the same. Now we're dancing above the pain we're thinking of, something